All right, get a good look at the pink. Whoa, how about that wind? Holy matrimony. Get a good look at that pink because that's not going to last very long. This is a mild day, so I'm going to mask that off here. And I'm going to paint it yellow, bombardier yellow, or as close to it as I can get. Like the machine, just not feeling the pink. So I'm going to mask it off and I'll be back here in a minute. Get a good look while you can. Alright, I've done phase one of the masking. Next stage is I'm going to take that paper and mask outside of where I've just taped, just to protect the rest of the sled. And this stripe here I'm going to do secondary because I've got to deal with that spot. I don't want to get an X-Acto blade and cut around that and all that. I don't have one, and I'm just not that detail oriented. But so the sled, she has been masked. Alright, I'm going to do phase two of the masking and I'll be right back. Alright, so we got phase one of the hood masked off here. It's awfully windy today. That may work against me. I may live to regret that. And as I said, that stripe there will be done as a phase two. After I've painted the hood, then I'll put the paper on the chassis. So let's go get the paint. Alright, so I've been painting and it looks like hell. The paint is running. I don't know what I'm doing. I should have gone lighter, but it looked like it was not sticking, so the answer would be more paint, right? And then it starts running and it looks like hell, but I'm gonna let that dry a little bit and do another coat. I'm kind of bummed that it doesn't look as nice as I would have liked, but it's almost 25-year-old sled, so it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to not be pink. So I've got all this masked off now. This is my next step. It's a real job masking that, and thankfully I've got that to kneel on, but I've got bad knees and my knees are not liking this one bit. So I'm gonna paint this section here and then mask off the other side. Alright, so this is what it looks like when the paint hits it. Now instead of putting more and more paint on there, I decided to stop, maybe let that dry a bit, get tacky and put a second coat, which I've done here, which is a little better, but it's still got, you can see where it's runny and drippy and looks like hell. This one is probably the only one that's going to look nice with nice uniform coverage. You can see the big wave there. I don't dare sand it. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Just making a mess. Now if this was like a brand new $15,000 sled, I'd be a lot more upset than I am, but like I said, it's a 25-year-old sled. It just has to not be pink. I would like it if it looked better than I think it's going to, but it just has to not be pink. And again, I should say, nothing against some dude who would like pink. I got no problem with that if that's someone's deal, but it's not my deal. And I don't want a pink sled. It's just the way it is. To each his own. That's, if that's someone's deal, that's great, but it's not mine, and that's the way it is. Alright, I'm going to mask off the other side and give this all another coat. Alright, so it's done for now, I guess. It didn't come out as good as I would have liked. I'm going to put a little more on later, but I want to let this dry. I've got quite a few coats. Probably faster than they should have gone on, but like I said, I don't know what I'm doing. I also got a little overspray. I should have put some paper over that. It's also very windy out, but what are you gonna do? Like I said, it's a 25-year-old sled. Doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to not be pink. I would have liked it to look perfect. See, I get some overspray there too. But I can deal with it as long as it runs good and as long as we're having a good time. My girlfriend and I doing a little two-up riding on the local trails. That's all I care about. And then in another painting session I'll do the pink trim under the Skidoo brand name there. Alright, so let's take a look. I'm starting to take some of the masking off. The starboard side still needs to be removed, but doesn't look too bad. I still need to do that lower pink stripe, and I need to get at it with a razor blade there. I don't know why some of that went through the masking tape. Looks okay. Doesn't look great, doesn't look professional. The important thing is it doesn't look pink. Need to touch that up with a razor blade too. I don't know how the paint went through there, but I got a little bit of overspray. A little bit right there. A little bit right there. Not too happy about that, but that's the way it goes sometimes. Like I said, I'm glad it's not a brand new $15,000 sled. It's just a 25-year-old sled that's in really nice shape. I was very hesitant to compromise the originality of it since it's almost like a new sled. It's got 904 kilometers, which is less than 600 miles on it, just like a brand new sled, but just not having that pink, not having it. And like I said, you know, nothing against someone who would want pink on their sled, you know, nothing against that. That's your business. I don't judge, but it's not for me. It's not for me, sorry. But so anyway, yeah, that's the deal. I'll pull the masking off of this side, and then tomorrow, it's supposed to be another nice day, I'll do the rest of that pink stripe there under Skidoo, and the job will be complete. I will have de-pinkified it. There's still, if you look real close along that seam, let's see if I can get it to focus, you can see there's a little bit of pink left, but you know, what are you going to do? I can deal with it. Alright, so I've removed the masking from the side here. It looks exactly like what it is. A do-it-yourself hack job by someone who doesn't know what they're doing. That's exactly what it is. I got some overspray there. Don't know how that happened, but I'll have to either get a razor blade or some solvent and get that off of there. Also, something landed on there. See if I can, trying to get it to focus. Yeah, something landed on there when it was wet, and I don't dare pick at it because I'll make it worse. So this side, well, you can see some of the masking lifted and exposed the pink, but I don't know, whatever. And tomorrow I'll finish the job with this pink stripe on each side, and that'll be the end of it. So it looks better than that pink anyway. Maybe I'll have to touch it up next year. I don't know. We'll see. If anybody has ideas or any, you know, told you so's after the fact of what I could have done, should have done different, you know, lay it on me, whatever. Go ahead and tell me after the fact. I understand. I know I'm opening myself up for it because I have no idea what I'm doing. I just can't have that pink on there. But let me know what you think. What some of my other options would have been to deal with that. Other colors. Just whatever thoughts you have, let me know, man. Alright, so it's a day later. I've masked off the other section I needed to paint, and I put my first coat on, and you can see it just does not stick on there very well. It's runny and shitty, if I may use that vernacular. But I don't want to put too much on. I'll let it get tacky, and then I'll try a little more and just keep doing light coats like that until it's covered. We'll be back shortly. Alright, so it looks like I'm done painting now. I just have to pull off the masking, which I'm going to do here in just a minute. Took quite a few coats for it to finally adhere to that stripe, and I have concerns that that's going to be a problem. It probably will start peeling or flaking, or kind of, because that stripe is like this stripe over here, and it's already started here. In fact, when I pull off that masking, I've got to be careful because that's such a narrow stripe that might be giving me some trouble. But let me pause this and we'll pull that masking off and take a look on the other side. Alright, presto changeo. I don't understand why it bled through that tape. I'm going to take a razor blade and try to clean that up. I don't understand that. And you can see some areas where the pink is still showing through. Look at that. It's just such a mess. What the hell? I'm not very happy with that. And you can still see pink. It just looks like exactly what it is. A do-it-yourself job by someone who doesn't know what they're doing. That's me. But it's not pink anymore. That's my priority. Like I said on a previous clip, you know, if this were a $15,000 sled, I'd be pretty upset having it look like this. But if I had money for a $15,000 sled and wanted to make some cosmetic changes, I'd be paying a professional to do it, get it done right. But on a $15,000 sled, you don't want to fool around like that. But yeah, look at that. What a mess. I'm going to have to take a razor blade here over the weekend and try to trim that up, but could be worse. Could be better, but it could be worse. It could be pink. Not pink anymore. And like I've said several times, if someone likes pink, if that's their thing, and everything that implies or not, that's their business. I don't judge. It's, you know, whatever you're into, but it's not for me. It's not my trip. And I don't want to be flying that flag. So I won't. Too bad my shadow's in there. There we go. As far as the color scheme, though, I'm pleased with the yellow. I like how the yellow looks. I think it complements the sled, and if I had done a much neater job, I think it would blend in perfectly and no one would ever know what's happened here. I wish my handiwork would have been a little neater, but I don't know what I'm doing, and I have concerns that it's not going to stick very well. It may start peeling on my first ride even. Who knows? Who knows, but that's how we learn. Anyway, thanks for watching all these clips of the step-by-step of this, and we'll see you out on the trail.